Bless, hello, welcome, thank you for joining me. This is Read the Signs with Roxy. I pulled the Celtic Cross here for you, Scorpio. I've been sitting with this message, just trying to digest what we have going on here. But before we go through that, we will pull some clarifiers after. But before, just go ahead and say a quick little prayer of gratitude, protection. Loving awareness. Okay. Tuning in with your highest timeline here, Scorpio. What do we have for the Scorpio Collective? We're looking at this Celtic Cross. Okay. First, we have the completion card, which is going to be the Four of Wands. This is the Aries energy. Very strong Aries energy in your reading, Scorpio. We also have science as your challenge. Okay, Six of Swords, science. I'm going to read it. In your past, we have the Ten of Cups in the reverse, satiety. So something in you in the past was unsatiated. So, and then we have the Death card in the future with the Emperor as your hopes and wishes. Okay, this is like right straight across, right? The Emperor is in your hopes and your fears. What are you afraid of? You know, in the way of releasing and letting go in the future. But thinking about the Emperor here, Scorpio, this is Scorpio and Aries energy. Kind of like in a dance here. Check your Aries placements, Scorpio. If it is in the North Node, I just recently moved out of the North Node. Now we are Pisces North Node. And I just did a Pisces reading. I do feel like there's something here where your beliefs and, as many thoughts as you can have, as many intellectualizing 222 on the clock energies that you can have, in the end, it's about what you believe that pulls in your creation and your ability to think clearly. There's a lot of beliefs that go into that. Okay, so questioning your own myth. Who do you think you are, and kind of writing down that myth of who you think you are. It really helps you see. These are archetypes, right? Uh, Scorpio. So you have death here. This is your card. But there's also bubbles. So there's this lightness to it. The Wheel of Fortune. So success being in your conscious influence. I'm sorry, I don't know if I went into that already, but success, and then Wheel of Fortune in the reverse for you, Scorpio, as your current energy. Okay, so consciously you know what it takes to win, or you're defining your success. You're feeling good. You're feeling good right now. I feel like you're good in your energy. However, yeah, it's almost as though you're still in this transit of the portal, because the way in the change, okay, because the way that the death card is in the reverse here. I feel like holding this up closer to my mouth so I know that you're hearing me. And you might be feeling like that. You might be feeling like sometimes that there's a message, there's a reason why you're wanting to whisper, or you feel this like very calm, very reverent energy taking over. And I think that, you should honor that and allow it to be what it is in that moment, and no judgment. Allow yourself to be as soft as you want to be, Scorpio. I have the Hermit in the reverse here as you in the situation. I have Change, Two of Pentacles as your environment. I have the Emperor, 444 on the clock. That's a 4. Damn, that was so on point, man. I mean, 444 And this is the fourth major arcana. Like 4. Do you see the 4? Come on. You know? Come on, Scorpio. And that's how life, I feel like 5:05 on the clock, that's how I feel like life is like unfolding for you right now. It's like so clearly symbolic, but it's like you're having trouble understanding and analyzing what this all really means to you, okay? Because it might be a little bit profound, a little bit like, wow, what do you mean? Like, father issues of what he taught me or what he didn't teach me, and trying to parent yourself in the best way moving forward, you know, because when we start to understand our own personal energy, because that's what I feel like this whole reading is talking about. It's like the very personal journey of understanding yourself, understanding, you know, your ability to change and be different and be totally in tune and connected, and then be totally separate, or try to be separate in I don't know, in this unsatisfaction. Look at this. Satiety, but like in reverse. It's like we could always be full. We could always feel this abundance or this fluidity of God, of oneness, and yet we find ourselves alone again. We find ourselves at the beginning of the wheel, Aries. And I think that's what this completion in the reverse is. It's like, well, you know that you're going ground again, Scorpio, but maybe you have to make a different choice this time. There's like a difference in beliefs here. There's a cycling, changing over. Okay, a changing. Look at the snake energy twice, Scorpio. 7:05 on the clock. I really want to be able to give this energy, give a good reading here, because it does feel very profound here, Scorpio. It does feel very like, wow, this patterns, okay? Look at this very Buddhist imagery. You know? Man, Two of Pentacles, Two of Pentacles, two, 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 two. This is like, look at these cycles. And the snake energy, this is year of the snake. There is a message of like, possibly you've lived enough, like you've lived these cycles before, and I'm speaking to a very select people when I say this is about reaching avatar state. This is like you truly tuning in. I'm not hearing like, you're in an interdimensional, or and I feel like that's why this hermit card is here. The hermit in the reverse, I feel like you're needing more alone time, Scorpio. You're needing more time to say, this is my energy, this is what I've been doing, and this is what I want to change. Okay, Scorpio, so if you need time to do that, please do, you know? And it's not selfish at all. I know that you might think it is, but it's not. Okay, now let's pull for Scorpio. Okay, so Four of Pentacles, which it's the power card in the thought deck, and it's a very foundational energy. It can, however, keep you a little bit stuck. So if there is something that's clinging here, Scorpio, then they talk about that. Okay, so there's a quote of, the good is the enemy of great. And that's kind of what this is here. Okay, good, that the good can be an enemy of great. And how scarcity or clinging, fear, it's almost like getting stuck in like the squirrel trying to get a nut to save nuts, save nuts, save nuts. I'm hearing save nuts, save your nuts. Did you hear that? Was that a squirrel? Okay, so I'm hearing more birds, and so I think that was a woodpecker. That's a dog. which is hermit energy. We have dogs here. Look at that. Dogs. Okay, so I'm seeing a lamb as well on the Emperor card. We have the Emperor, so we have a snake, we have a dog, we have a fish. Okay. Oh my god, we have a Taurus, we have an eagle. We have a symbol. We have all the symbols here. This is about dynamics. This is about, I'm hearing thermodynamics. Man, using air and fire together. Yeah, what's with satiety? See these colors, Scorpio? This is about these base, these more root desires, root needs here, and the truth that you feel, the fire that burns you, and feeling enriched by that. I mean, like, yeah, I'm fucking tapped in. Like, I am tapped in, and I have this fire within me, my vitality and my power, my source of power, Scorpio. So if there is a moment where you are not feeling satisfied in the way of feeling, it's cups, but it's air, so it's like a conceptual, it's in your mind, and there's a surrendering to that, because I think this is not saying full as much as it's saying content and satisfied. Okay, 10 of cups, it's like feeling safe enough to feel, and being the awareness of those feelings and the emotions that arise, and not feeling super connected or super like bound to that. So because I do with the Four of Wands, right, and then Four of Pentacles, this is like overcoming 4 to 4. It's like graduating into an 8 energy. We're moving into an 8 energy, and the 8th house I think is very active at this time, Scorpio. Like I like listening to astrologers talk about it. I know that the 8th house, they say Scorpio is going to be feeling a lot of stuff. So um Jimmy, or Tarot ship with Jimmy. I don't know, he's amazing, but um Scorched Earth is amazing as well. She's fantastic. I love listening to her readings. The July Scorpio one is amazing. I would definitely suggest listening to it. So, um, yeah, your beliefs here, Scorpio. I mean, in the end, it's, you see how it's like all the swords and it points to the cross, meaning like it's in the end, what your heart believes that you magnetize into your reality. Okay, so be so honest about that right now. What we need is radical honesty, all right? Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and pull another card. Scorpio, I'm sorry if I like 1333. If I like went in there too far. Okay. Let's pull an oracle card for Scorpio, please. For the Scorpio collective. Okay. Consider this. Oh my gosh, the soul is on earth for its own delight. Wow. Consider this amazing possibility. You incarnated on this earth just to experience the joy of being alive. Do you even know what gives you joy? Do something about that today. Wow. I feel like there's some message here about being the boss, because I feel like the Emperor colors came up again. Like burning, being able to like burn here. Burn, Scorpio, burn the right way. Burn the way that you want to burn. Burn something, like burn in this, like, like, oh man, I wonder what bird that is. It might be a woodpecker. But I feel like burn is like, ooh, it's like the woodpecker is a very worker energy, Scorpio. So maybe it's like saying, oh, burn, and ooh, like you're gonna make some stuff. You're gonna make some fire stuff. people are gonna they like to add pieces of pieces to build the flame. People want to see it burn, so just burn. Ooh, God didn't create any illness without also creating the remedy. Today, view every experience as a blessing and a remedy that serves your well-being. Your healing path already exists within you. Wow. Okay. So that's also solar plexus energy. I'm seeing like a clearing. I'm seeing poop. I'm seeing poop. I'm seeing like being able to like flow more easier, more better in your life. I know that that's incorrect English, but um, fluidity, fluidity. Okay, tuning in with how fluid that you are. What is this death in the reverse here for Scorpio, please? What is this death in the reverse? Joy, lighten up. Find that hidden inner child, have a play date. Laugh, be silly, dance, and sing. It's time to have fun again. Wow, what a beautiful message here, Scorpio. It's like, you know what? In the best way to take control. Oh, you want to be the boss and to have fun. Like, wow, that means that you could do anything. Have fun. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I have sadness and bravery here as well. Allow yourself to this space to feel miserable, mourn what has been lost or what cannot be. If you don't take the time now, your sadness will catch up with you later when you're least expecting it. Bravery. It's time to reel in your warrior spirit. Not all conflict has to be a fight. The wise warrior will choose their battles carefully, weighing up the risk on the road to achievement. Okay, so, well, Scorpio, you don't realize how inspiring that you are in your joy and how much transmutation that you're doing when you choose to be happy and light. Because look at this exhaustion card came up. It's like you're so used to pushing here and to fighting so hard, my beloved Scorpio. Because we have death in the hermit. This is Virgo and Scorpio energy here with the universe. So these are cycles coming to an end, but this awareness, okay, there's the word awareness keeps coming through. Can we sit with this? Like, I feel like you need silence. I feel like it's asking you to go within and pay attention. There's so many details that are of processing and of letting go here. There's a snake here twice. Here, snake, snake. Yeah, very cyclical. Oh, 3 times. I see another snake. There's a snake on that egg. So definitely something about shedding away, letting go, realizing the cycles that you have. Wow, so many symbols here about the cycle of creation and destruction. All right, I am going to light the sage, and while I light the sage, Scorpio, I want you to take a moment to think about what it is that you need to let go of, what cycle is through here, what stops you from being in your joy. Whatever it is, you don't even have to think about the thing. Just you can just think, okay, I am free to be joyful. I am free to be joyful. I'm free to experience the power of joy, of laughter, of freedom. I am content. I'm full. Yes, Scorpio, you are successful. Six of Pentacles, successful people. You know how to balance money in your life. You know how to balance connections People can trust you here with the Six of Pentacles. You are harmonized in your money, Scorpio. 20 minutes on the clock. Wow. So I'm going to pull. This reading went a little bit crazy. Scorpio, you are the last of the water signs. So when the sun is going down, we got to get out of here. Got to finish up and close this reading. The mosquitoes will come in and eat me alive. They've been very nice so far. Okay, so we have the Ten of Cups again. Scorpio, Ten of Cups again. Oop. We have the Nine of Fire, Nine of Wands in the reverse. We have the Builder, the Emperor. We have the Fool card, the Fool in the reverse. So resistance to that. Look, didn't I bring up the squirrel? So this is like not doing that. See, don't hoard the squirrels, okay? Scorpio, Five of Cups. This is coming out of like stagnant, like, okay, I'm letting go of the stagnant energy. I'm letting go of the stuck feelings, okay? And the Tower card. Wow. Wow. Oof. The Tower card. Scorpio, let's not think about it in a negative way. The Tower card is actually a very powerful energy that releases us from a lot of patterns. So let's go ahead and, okay, lightning. The Tower, sudden, irrevocable change. Lightning strikes a tree and lights it on fire as a thunderstorm rages. Three figures fall out of the sky as if in a dream. When lightning strikes, there's an increase of ozone in the atmosphere, which cleanses the air. Nitrogen is released into the earth when lightning hits the ground, causing sand and soil to flourish with greenery. In the same way, the aftermath of calamity can bring about renewal in our lives. In Celtic folklore, it is said that a tree that survives a lightning bolt often flourishes afterwards. People take pieces of such trees to bless their homes and draw good luck. In some indigenous cultures, a person who survives being struck by lightning can become a shaman and healer. This card is one of a sudden, irrevocable change, unlike the wheel where change occurs in cycles and patterns. Dang, the wheel was in here. Lightning's change can be as catastrophic as an earthquake or a terrorist attack, or as illuminating as a sudden flash of insight. In either case, life will never be the same. Man, if I could edit, I would definitely like put in some sound effects or something. I mean, but the birds sound pretty cool too. I hear a bird. I'm not sure what kind of bird that is, but it just stopped. Okay. Okay, when you get this card in a reading, Scorpio baby, get ready, because life as you have known it may be in for a sudden radical change. It may be an epiphany or a flash of insight that totally revises the way that you look at the world. It may be an emotional breakthrough, or it may be an upheaval in your life or in the world around you. Something taken for granted, for good or ill, is teetering on the precipice. If you resist breaking free of bondage, as the bind weed card encourages us to do, you may be setting yourself up for a lightning experience. If you can't bring yourself to make necessary changes, it may be taken out of your hands with cataclysmic external experience or cosmic intervention. What kinds of sweeping revisions, letting go, and clearing are needed? Who or what in the catalyst is the catalyst for this revolutionary moment? What strike of the lightning bolt can both destroy and transform? It can illuminate while also burning away that which will not survive. The energy that is released from the aftermath of this crisis has the potential for enormous creativity and transformation. Let's see. Okay, well, the affirmation is, I am transformed and liberated by my acceptance of profound change. Let yourself be moved, Scorpio. Let yourself be moved into joy, or if you need to experience it, you know. But I really do feel like you're tired. This Five of Cups in the reverse, you're tired of being tired and disconnected from what you really want to feel. And I feel like you don't have to be in scarcity anymore. You don't have to think about saving nuts, and it's trying to ask you to take on a new route of like doing things that you want to do in a very independent way, which is why I feel like the Emperor is here. And yeah, the Emperor is here twice. The Emperor is here twice, or I don't know. I think it came out one more time, but Scorpio. Let me see. I'm gonna pull a little bit more. I'm gonna pull one. No, that's it. That's enough, Scorpio. Actually, fine. I'll do an I Ching. We'll do one I Ching card for Scorpio. Ah, it's so hot. Scorpio. Okay, for the Scorpio collective. For Scorpio, please show me clearly for Scorpio. This is 64. Wow, this is like a building. There's an energy of like connection and building, right? Stabilizing. Boom, 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 boom. I think that's why we have 4, 4, 4. We have a lot of fours. 4, 4, 4, 4, 4. So it's like 64, right? So we have this four of wands completion. We have the 4 as in the Emperor. Look at that building energy. Boom. And then who after that, who's gonna rule it? Boom. You know, it's like, and this 4 pentacles. Boom. Okay, so it's very like we're building something here, Scorpio, and it is something bigger than you, and you have to not resist the pressure that you might feel. It's something, it's not even about you, but I feel like you're needing to release some things here with the poops that I saw. Poops. It's like you can let it go. There's something in the past that you just have to let go. Okay. Look at this little chaos pile I have here. Tuning in with Scorpio's angels, ancestors, guides. Pull one more card. Ooh, Page of Cups. This for me is somebody telling you, giving you a message of love. Somebody wanting to tell you, you're not going to see this coming with the moon, but somebody that really wants to invest in you or to see you, to witness you, and they think that you and your emotions and your emotional depth is beautiful. I love that. Okay. Well, Scorpio, I feel like I am way past the end of this reading. So, oh my gosh, wait, I haven't pulled the gold. Okay, cool. Okay, one more card for Scorpio, please. And then we're going to wrap up this reading. For Scorpio, please. What else? Any other advice, guidance, Scorpio, with this Tower card and this Death card? What are we trying to inform Scorpio here? The Seven of Swords. Man, Spirit really said like, you know, what you're trying to sneak in through the door, what you're trying to sneak in, like, past energies, like, you know. Mm-hmm. Ten of Cups. Ten of Cups. Wow, Ten of Cups. That was in the beginning of the reading, right? 10 of Cups. Yeah, 10 of Cups and 5 of Pentacles. What else? What else? The Hierophant, 4. The Empress. Bam, the Hierophant and the Empress. Man, you can't make this up. So the Empress is, we have the Emperor here already, but the Hierophant is about trying to build something, right? So we have the Builder here twice. Okay? Look at this beautiful, like I feel like it's saying more than duality, more than duality. It's like support and a deeper support in a deeper way than you realize, in a deeper wholeness than you might realize. That's why it's like everything is pointing to your beliefs. So I feel like you are far more, I'm feeling like mushroom, you're far more connected to the people around you than you realize. We all kind of came together like this for a reason. And yeah, it's beautiful. It's beautiful energy. I'm gonna read 64 from the I Ching. This is still on, it is. Okay, 64. Scorpio 31. I remember when I used to do really long readings, and yeah. Okay, so 64. 64. Huh. I think I'm missing that page. 60. Some of the pages came out, but hold on. Well, maybe you guys can look it up and see, because to me I see foundational things, but I'm not sure what it's about. Might be missing that page. Anyway, Scorpio, there is something deeply foundational that is wanting to shift within you. That's why I feel like you're needing to really stay into a more positive mindset here with joy, and to release any kind of negative patterns by way of spending some time alone. I think, and also recognizes in which way that you lied to yourself or lied to other people, and what kind of patterns that you have here. Okay, because there's like an unnecessary separation that you always feel between you and other people. Oh, maybe it's because I think it's because you're like, oh, who am I to worship? Who am I to be worshipped in the Empress? But it's like, not everyone has Empress energy, and if you are meant to embody that, then it's almost like your God-given birthright to do that. And then, like, who are you to disconnect from that and that kind of abundance? And it's like almost like you want to be relatable to other people's suffering, so you kind of like lie to yourself, and like, you do this masking thing where you're like, oh yeah, I also struggle. I struggle. Okay. Yeah. So I feel like there might be a lot of projecting around you or other people. Mm. Okay, Scorpio. I'm gonna go ahead and close this reading. I feel like this is very deeply about joy, though. Let's move. Let's remember that in the beginning of the reading. Okay, so clearing out these, like, the root, sacral, and solar plexus. Why you do the things you do, and try to stay in your knowing of your why, so that you can stay balanced, and that you're able to overcome and release things here. Because, if you have some kind of moment of clarity and some kind of, like, wow, an epiphany, like, oh wow, I didn't realize that these are all the ways that I'm in my own way. And then you can completely surrender and take the wheel here with the Hierophant, the builder. It's like, oh, you can be trusted to build things because you have completed the cycle. Okay, so right now, Scorpio, enjoy the process of walking through that door. Enjoy the process of of the completion, of the awareness of the pain. It's like, okay, you're in the process of it, and that's okay. Just try to have the most compassion about the way that this is needing to unfold. But once you have the awareness, then you can, once you have the awareness of disconnection, you can come into the wholeness again. Okay, like I feel like it's saying, as above so below, and as you experience one, then you're able to experience the other. So tune in with the energy that you know is real, Scorpio. Follow your heart, tune in with that heart energy. Okay, airplane going overhead. Like feel the love. I feel like there's love and there's joy in the playfulness of everything. So, all right, Scorpio, I love you so much. I hope that this reading helped. I hope that it was able to offer you any kind of advice or clearance, clarity. And I'm feeling called to remind people that if they are needing a prayer, then they can say one themselves, and they can always look to God and the universal truth and the knowing, um, whatever God that you see, whether it's inside of you or in the external world, whoever that you imagine is your light. Remember that you are your own source. You are your own well, and um, and that's something that's very independent and very you know at the center of it all. Okay, with this completion, it's like at the center of it all. The I, the ego, okay, the ego, the soul, the spirit, the persona, like these are all things that are functioning at the same time. And I think that there's a newness that wants to come here. So allow yourself to feel through that cycle. Okay, Scorpio, you're so fucking epic. And I think that's why this reading is like this. But 36 minutes on the clock. I love you so much, Scorpio. Hope that this reading helped. If it did, please make sure to like and subscribe and maybe tell other Scorpios. I love you so much. Peace.